ceasefire has headed off a ground invasion into Gaza, at least for now, but there is still work to be done on the deal, including Israel meeting the demand from Hamas to ease the blockade of Gaza and open the borders. That has been a key Hamas demand, but it has yet to be committed to by Israel. In Gaza, though, there is relief. It will be their first night of sleep without bombardment in 8 days. Tom Popick is in Gaza City tonight. Tom?
Well, Donna, this truce really did come down to the wire. Just minutes before the deadline, we still could see missiles being fired, Israeli airstrikes. Now that the celebrations have calmed down, you can still hear the sound of Israeli drones overhead. You know, while they're claiming victory here in Gaza, it came at a devastating cost.
The debris smolders and anger simmers. During this delayed truce, Gaza's main government complex, a whole city block, was shattered and lives were devastated. At least 11 people killed in the past day and many more wounded, children carried through hospital halls, crowding beds. In one corner, Abu Thusa, blind, being told by his doctor his 10-year-old son, Mohammed, is dead. In 1 week, nearly 160 lives lost, the majority civilians. There were more than 100 Israeli strikes overnight, the heaviest and most powerful barrage since this crisis began. And during the day, bombs hitting a minibus, a soccer stadium, and this car just outside a school that's being turned into a refugee center.
My name is Yusuf Sultan.
Yusuf and his family fled here overnight. More than 10,000 Gazans scrambling after Israel dropped warnings from planes to leave border areas. No place is safe, says Yusuf's brother. Even here, war creeps in. Yusuf spends his time drawing on a chalkboard. This, a tank with the Palestinian flag. Of course Israel is our enemy, he says. I've seen them drop bombs on my friends. They're killing them. Still, Yusuf says he wants peace. His brother, erasing an earlier drawing, sends a message of his own.
You know, cries of relief at that refugee camp when UN workers announced the truce. Now some of those families are going to be heading back to their homes. But Donna, there's still so much work to do. There's been so much destruction here. Gaza now has to rebuild.
Certainly does. And Tom, some rockets were fired from Gaza even after the ceasefire was agreed to tonight. This is all very fragile. Can Hamas rein in all the rocket brigades there, some of which are more extreme than Hamas?
Yeah, you know, it really is up to Hamas now to rein in even those most extreme elements. As you mentioned, some rockets were fired. You know, that's also testing Israeli patience. But another interesting point here, under this truce agreement, it's Egypt's responsibility to make sure all these rocket parts don't get smuggled through. So it's a new role for Egypt. Who would have thought 3 months ago, 3 weeks ago even, that Muslim Brotherhood administration in Egypt would be helping the Jewish Israeli state clamp down in terrorism in Gaza. Donna?
All right, Tom Popick in Gaza.